Hi guys, welcome to Linux YouTube channel. My name is Ram Mishra and I'm your online instructor. So what's in this video? In this video I will tell you how to work with secure shell in Linux. So guys, let's begin the topic. But before start the lab session we have to understand few points, which is what is SSH and its use cases. SSH means secure shell. It's a widely used network protocol that provides a secure way to access remote servers and computers. In Linux, SSH is essential tool for remote administration and file transfer. So let's begin the lab session and we'll see how we can configure SSH in different manner in Linux. As you can see, this is my VMware workstation and here I have two Linux virtual machine. This is the first RHL 9.2 server and this is RHL 9.2 client machine. So currently I am in my first machine and let me show you the OS release version of this machine first. So we will go with hostmctl command. The machine name is server.example.com and the IP of this machine is 192.168.0.1, right? Let me check the IP address of second machine also. So I'll move to the second machine, hostname CTL, station1.example.com the hostname, and if we talk about the IP address, so we can go with ifconfig command. The IP address is 192.168.0.2 machine. Okay, so um, I will configure the first machine, this one, as SSH server, or I will take the SSH session from second machine, right? Or we can change, okay, do one thing. Let me take the configure this machine station one as SSH server, and I will take the remote session from here on my server one, right? So let's start the lab session. Let's start the first part, which is how to take the remote session. Before taking the remote session, we need to check whether OpenSSH package should be available on remote machine or not, and service station should be running or enable. And so what we can do that we can go with the RPM query command OpenSSH. So now you can see that package is successfully installed. Normally by default it is installed in machine in real machine, but due to any reason if it is not installed, we can go with the DNF command line tool to install OpenSSH package. So we can configure anywhere as such server. Either you can configure this machine or either you can configure on that machine, right? So currently I'm making some user here and I will check from this environment station one, right? Now, if due to any reason package is not installed, what you will do, you will go with yum install, or in the latest version you can go with DNF install open SSH install the package, right? So I'm going to skip that part because it's already installed. So let me check the status first. So I'll go with systemctl status SSHD. So you can see that it is currently active, running and enable, and port number 22 is open, ready for listen to query from the client side or anywhere. So it is active and running. Let me create three normal user like Bob, Jack and Linux with the password. So I'll go with that one with the help of user add command. User add Bob, user add Jack, user add Linux. Now give me the password. For testing purpose I'm giving 1 2. Okay, then same for Jack 1 2, then same for Linux 1 2, done. So now I can check Bob, Jack and Linux, all three users are successfully created, right? So now start with the first option, how to take the remote access of Bob user account via SSH command line tool. So now I'm in the second machine, I'm here, and from here I will take the remote SSH of Bob user account. Command would be SSH Bob. Let me check is there any folder ls-a. Yeah, the sh folder is there, and inside sh if I go to sh folder there is nothing. Okay, it's totally blank. So let me go with ssh bob at the rate 192.168.0.1 in my case. Once I press enter, you can go with the name or you can go with the IP address, choice up to you. So it is asking for the fingerprint authentication, right? So this session will generate the fingerprint and ask for the confirmation at one time and save the remote machine identity in the SSH known host file. So just give say yes. Now it's successfully add and give the password of Bob user account, that is 1 2. So now you can see that uh, I'm successfully login Bob at the server 2, right? Now I try to make some file 1, file 2, file 3, ll, perfect, and I can exit from there. So we can view the fingerprint from .sh folder known host file, right? This is the fingerprint. So here is the remote here remote identity entry will be stored. So if next time I'll go for the same for the remote session for the same user, it will not ask any confirmation. It will check remote host identification from here and prompt it tagged for password. Let me show you one more time. So now if I try hit one more time, see it's asking only for the password. Give the password and you are able to log in. So this is how a normal process how you can log in with the remote user account on the remote machine, right? Now move to the next point, which is SSH key-based authentication. You can see that every time whenever I try to log in with Bob user account, I need to pass the key right into the password section. So I want password-less authentication. This thing can be achieved from key-based authentication. SSH keys are a pair of public and private keys that are used to authenticate and establish an encrypted communication channel between a client and the remote machine. So to do this, we can use a special utility called SSH keygen, which is included with a standard OpenSSH suite of tools. So I will generate a key pair from my client machine and will send public key to the Bob user account. So I can go with SSH keygen command. Keygen. So once I press enter SSH keygen, it is asked for generating the public private key pair file location. By default, the location is root.sshIDRSA. You can change the location also, but I'll go with the different path and enter the password. So let me go with the blank, or you can go with the park keys. I'll go with the press enter blank, and now I have successfully created. So now you can see that the public key is stored in .sshIDRC.pub, and this is the public private location. So now you can see inside my .sh folder, root.ssh, both files are successfully generated, IDRSA, IDRSA.pub, right? So for here I have generated. So for that one, we will use sh copy id command to send my public key to the remote user. So for this one, I will go with the sh copy id command. Sh copy id is a useful tool for sh connection, and basically it's copy the sh keys into the remote host authorized key file, which is default in $home/.sh directory, right? So let me go with the sh copy id command to copy my public file -i. The file is root.ssh under id.rsa id_rsa.pub. This is the public file where you want to send. I want to send in the Bob user account. So 192.168.0.1, press enter, give the one-time password 12, and done. Number of keys added 1, right? So now I'm trying to log into machine with SSH Bob at the rate account ID or IP address. It should not ask any key. Let me check. SSH Bob at the rate 192.168.0.1. Now you can see that it didn't ask anything. I'm successfully logging. Even if I'm trying to log in n number of time, it didn't ask anything because it's a key-based authentication, right? So this is how you can establish key-based or password-less authentication. Now move to the next part, which is change default SSH port. By default, SSH work on the port number 22, but we can change on the port using netstate command. We can change. We can view open port by using netstate command on SS server. So let me check the port first. So I'm back on the server, and here I will run the command netstate -tunlp. So if I press enter, you can see that port number 28 is open for SSH connection, right? So if you need to run this service on some another port, then we need to modify the SSH configuration file. So let me run the SSH service on port number 2222 rather than default port 22. So for this one, I need to open the SSH configuration file and inform to the SSH server for about these changes. So let me open the etc ssh ssd.configuration file, and I'll go back on the port number, line number 21. So uncomment this one and just add 22 one more time too, right? Now read the line number 17. If you want to change the port on SE-Link system, you have to tell SE-Links about these changes, and the command is se manage. So we need to update the port also in the terms of SE-Linux. So I need to copy this one and paste it with the same, and port is 2222. Press enter, right? So now port is successfully labeled with new port, right? We can confirm using se manage command one more time. Se manage port -l and capital C. So you can see that new port is successfully labeled with 2222, that is ssh_port_t, right? Now reload the services to change this effect. Systemctl restart SSSD. Now time to check. Now if I'm trying to hit again with the default port, it will give me an error. Let's check. So if I go back on the client and try to hit again one more time the same account, give me an error because the connection is not working on 22. Now we need to define the port number also. How we can define -p and 1234. Press enter. Now you can see I'm successfully logged in. So this is how you can change the default port, right? Let me exit from there. Now move to the next point, which is how to set the welcome banner for SSH connection. We can set the custom message for SSH connection. For this one, we will configure the banner. Banner are shown when an SSH connection is connected and right before the authorization. So unauthorization user can see this type of message too. So for this reason, we can use a banner to show global warning uh, about authorization. So back to the SS server and create a file with the path of our SS server, that is etc/banner/etc banner. Let it create first. So I'll go with the line. Uh, Let me write down welcome to my demo SSL server. Okay, that's sufficient for testing purpose. Let me save and quit. And now I need to update our SS configuration file. So I'll go back again on the same configuration file and search for banner. So look at the line number 120. There's the banner. By default is none. So you need to mention your file banner banner and just enable that. Okay, now save and quit. Restart the services and let's see the effect. Go back on the client. Now if I'm again, earlier there is no message, right, when I'm trying to hit. Let's see what happens if I'm trying to hit one more time. Hey, welcome to the demo SS server, right? So you can see that banner is perfectly working. So this is how you can set the banner. Now move to the next point, which is allow or deny SSH user or group. We can allow or deny access to a particular user or a group in Linux or Unix operating system. By default, all user can access remotely if you know the key or password. Let me log in with the other user this time, that is Jack or Linux. Currently, both users can be accessed via SS2. Let me check that one first. So this time not Bob. I'll go with the Jack first. Jack at the rate 12. Yep, I'm able to log in. And let's see about Linux. Linux 12. Perfectly, I'm able to log in, right? So now let me allow only Jack user. Currently all users are able to access. Now let me allow only Jack user should be able to access via SSH tool. So go back on the server, open the configuration file one more time, and just write down the entry, allow users. What user you want to allow? I said only Jack. So let's save and quit and restart the services. That's it. Now you can see that only Jack is able to allow. So if I'm going to back with Linux C12 and give the right password, I'm not able to log in. Permission denied. Even if I'm trying to log in with Bob, still I'm not able to log in. It's asking for the password, right? But if I'm trying to log in with Jack, definitely should be able to log in. 12. Yeah, login successfully, right? So this is how you can able to access with Jack user account. Suppose you want to allow more than one user like Jack and Linux both, then what you need to do? Nothing, just open that some configuration file one more time in the server side, and just after Jack give the space and mention the another username, that is Linux. So now let me save it. Now Jack and Jack and Linux both user get SSH access. In the same manner, if you want to deny the particular user, then we need to add deny user in SS configuration file. So let me comment out, go with the deny part. So if you want to deny, I said deny user Jack. So now what does it mean? It means Jack is not be able to access SSH remote accession. So let me save and quit, restart. I have denied Jack account, right? So let me check. If I'm trying to log in with Jack, I'm not able to log in. 12. Yep, permission denied. But a part of Jack, can I able to log in Bob? Yes, definitely. And can I able to log in with Linux? Definitely I'm able to log in. Perfect. So this is how you can see that what you can do. You can open the session with different account, right? Let me set it one more time. Okay. Now back again. So this is how you can deny the particular user. Similarly, if you want to allow deny more than one, what you will do, deny user Jack and space another user now. Similarly, if you want to allow or deny particular group, then what we need to do, we can add something like this. allow, A-L-L-O-W-G-R-O-U-P, allow group, say Red Hat, A spell mistake, A-L-L-O-W, it's not E, allow groups. Now, allow groups Red Hat. What does it mean? It means um, those users, those are the member of Red Hat group, they can have access as such remote session. Similarly, if you want to deny the group, your next part would be deny group, like DENY, deny group. Suppose there is a group name called Google, so you can mention the Google. So those who are the member of Google group, they are not be able to take the remote association. So this is how you can allow or deny particular user or group for the SSH session. Hopefully it is clear to you, right? So let me commit out. Okay, now save and quit, and let me restart the services. Perfect. Now move to the next point, which is execute remote command using SSH PAAS pass utility. What is SSH pass? SSH pass utility is designed for running SSH using keyboard interactive password authentication mode, but in non-interactive way. To put this simple terms, SSH pass offer a non-interactive way to authenticate SSH session. SSH use direct TTY access to make user that the password is indeed issued by an interactive keyboard user. SSH pass runs SSH in a dedicated TTY tool for into the thinking that it is getting the password from the interactive user, right? So let me do the session in other machine. Now I will do the SSH from first machine to the second machine. So this time I'm trying to do SSH from here for this machine, right? I'm changing environment. So let me check the query with the package. The package is available in 9.2 or not. So rpm query open ssh, yeah, package there, and systemctl status sssd, yeah, it is active and running. Okay, let me create a Red Hat user in this machine and make some file inside that user using su command. So I'll make a user here Red Hat this time, give the password Red Hat 1212. Let me go with Red Hat account using su and try to make some file 1 and file 2. Perfect, exit from there. So you can take remote access from anywhere, I told you in the earlier. So now user is successfully available on with data file. Now I'm back in my the first machine and run ssh pass command, so we can to provide password as an argument. So we will provide the password as an argument with -p option. The command is ssh pass pass -p password as an argument. The password is 12 in my case, and then I run the sh command. Username is Red Hat. IP address is 192.168.2. That is the second machine, and I need to run the command ls output. So now you can see that here I have successfully passed the password as an argument, right? So here you can see -p and want to provide the password for the remote machine and ls command to execute on the remote machine. So we can view the content of Red Hat user home directory. So here what we have done, we have provided password as an argument. In the next case, we can provide the password from text-based file, right? So I can do one more thing. I can say echo like 12, and the file is pass.txt. I didn't want to give the password here, right? So I just write down the password in the pass.txt file, and in the next step I can go with the same command again, ssh pass -f for the password file passwd.txt, then ssh again Red Hat at that 192.168.0.2, and whatever you want. Suppose I go with the ls, so it will automatically pick up the entry from here and I get the output. So this is how you can use ssh pass command utility to basically to get some output from the remote machine or from the different environment, right? Now move to the next part, which is restrict SSH login to a specified IP network or host. So what we can do, we can open the SSH configuration file, and let me open here vim etc ssh ssd.configuration file, and let me go to the bottom here. What I will do, I will write down the entry match address 192.168.0.1, and I said permit root root login. I said no, right? So what does it mean? Currently if I'm trying to check, Suppose I'll try, will save it, and if I'm trying to let me restart the services, then we will check what the effect happened. So I just put up the entry here, match address 192.168.1 permit root login, no. So now we cannot take the access session from 192.168.1. I block this, I block this address. So if I try to go with root at the rate 192.168.0.2 with the password that is red hat, see, I'm not able to log in, right? Let me go back again, and what happened if I said yes instead of no, instead of yes? See what happened? Go back again. Let me run the command one more time. I said red hat. Yes, I'm able to log in, right? So this is how you can see that I can control the behavior from here, and we can allow or block the entire network also like this manner. Suppose star. So that means what? It means anyone host who belongs to 192.168.0.0 network is able to connect as such. Similarly, I can deny or allow the particular environment for particular user also, right? So let me restart it. Next, move to the next point, which is limit the number of SSH login. As you probably know, we can SSH into the remote Linux system by the same user multiple times. There is no limit. You could simply open the multiple terminal windows or multiple tabs in the terminal and initiate the multiple SSH session from each tab by the same user account. What if you want to change this behavior? So, for example, you might want to allow only one active session for a particular user. That's what we are going to see now. In most Linux distribution, there is a file called limits.conf file, right? Inside limits.conf file, where you can define the maximum number of concurrent association for any user or group user. If the particular user tried to SSH into the system more than the allowed login, he or she will be denied access. So limit.conf file, the limit.conf file is usually located under the etc security file. So let me try. Suppose if I'm trying to log in currently with SSH, say Red Hat at the rate 192.168.0.2, I'll give the password 12. See, I'm able to log in. Let me open one more terminal, SSH Red Hat at the rate 192.168.0.2. One more time. Yes, I'm able to log in. Let me open one more. So you can see that I can open n number type 192 192.168.0.2, give the password 12. Yep, I'm able to log in n number of time on different tab, right? Everywhere that is at the station one. So how I can control this behavior, how I can control the limit that only one active session you can take the SSH session. So for this one, what we need to do, I need to go on the server and I need to open etc security. Under the security we have limits.conf file. So under the limits.conf file, this file set the resource limit for the user logged in via PAM. PAM means pluggable authentication mode. It does not affect resource limit of the system services. So here's the scenario. You can control n number of behavior like maximum logins, max number of login for this user, maximum session logins, maximum number of logins on the system, and number of things are there. You can control it from here. So let me go back on the bottom, and here what I will do, in my case the username is red hat and the type is that is hard. What I want max logins logins only one, not more than one, right? So red hat name of the user in my machine, max login one means maximum number of login for this user. In my case it is one. You can increase the value of allow maximum number of active session per user, and hard means enforcing the hard limit. Now if I'll save and quit from here, and if I'm trying to access the system with the same user more than one, definitely I'll got error. Let me check. So if I go back on here, let me try to log in with red hat 12. Perfect, I'm able to log in. Now let's see what about the second tab. Earlier I'm able to log in. Let's see 12. See, there are too many logins for Red Hat. I'm not able to log in, right? Connection closed. So this is how you can control this behavior. Only one maximum session is there, right? Similarly, if you want to limit the number of particular group of user, then what you will do, you will open this one, and suppose we have a group. So I can go like Linux group. So you can use at the rate and the group name, right? So replace at the rate group name with your group name in this scenario. All the user in this group cannot log in via as such more than once, right? And if you want to limit the access session for all user, that means all global user, then what we can do, we can put up the entry like this, only star. put up the only star is there, right? So here the asterisk means global. That means all users in the system. So once you define the maximum number of access session per user per group, the whole system, we can we cannot go more than one active session. Let me try to do that. So suppose I save it, quit, and let me make one more user. User add Bob1, and the password is Bob1. Okay, 1212. So according to this file, uh, every user have only one session. So let me try to log in with Red Hat first. 12, perfect. Let me try to log in Red Hat one more. I can't access. Okay, let me go with Bob1, Bob1. Yes, should be able to log in. Let me go with Bob1 one more time from here. Bob1, 12. See, too many logins for Bob1. So guys, this is how you can control the number of limits of session account session using etc security limits.conf file. Finally guys, this is the end of this topic. Hopefully you enjoyed and learned new things. Soon I will come up with another new interesting topic. Till then, keep practicing. If you feel something I have missed or you wanted to know more something else, please reach out to me through social media links which is mentioned in the description. And if you like this video, please do not forget to like, share, subscribe my channel and press the bell icon button for the latest update. Thanks for watching. Stay safe and goodbye.